This is Brian. He's starting his new job at his new company today. And this is Suzanne, the HR director who's going to help him with his onboarding. So she takes him on the 10-cent tour of the office, shows him the break room, and shows him how to work the coffee machine, and reminds him that anything left in the refrigerator after Friday will be thrown away. She gets him settled into his workspace and makes sure that he has access to all the network resources and email. After a short delay, the IT department is able to get his login corrected. She finishes by showing him where all the important tools are on the desktop and says, "Time for us to go to the conference room and do your orientation overview." They spend the next few hours going over all the important details. The company's mission statement, their safety guidelines, and of course the employee handbook. Brian raises his hand and asks, "Are we going to go over benefits at all?" And Suzanne replies, "Well, Brian, you're not eligible for benefits until you've worked with us for 60 days. So when you get a little closer to your probation period, we'll make sure to get that information out to you." Well, needless to say, Brian wasn't too happy with that answer because he knows how important benefits are to him and his family. So Brian settles into his work and time marches on. Sure enough, almost 2 months later, Suzanne comes over to his desk. "Brian, I'm so sorry. This got away from me. You're eligible for benefits, but I need you to fill out all this information by the end of the week. Otherwise, we can't hit your first of the month deadline." Needless to say, Brian wasn't happy. So that night when he got home, he had the best intentions to go over the benefits information with his wife. But of course, being the grill master, he had to help prepare dinner, get all the latest news about what's happening in school from the kids, and of course, spend a little quality time with the kids after dinner before sending them off to bed. The next morning when he woke up, he realized he forgot to talk to his wife about the benefits. So that morning at the office, he was not a happy camper. I mean, he'd rather get a root canal than go through this stuff. But he pulled out his forms and muscled through it as best he could. When it came time to make the big decision, he ultimately did what most people do. Went down the right column, found the cheapest item on the menu, and chose the lowest cost option. He then handed off his forms to Suzanne and thought to himself, "I wonder if I made the right decision." Well, how did all this impact Brian? Well, because of the confusion of healthcare reform and, frankly, the rising cost, he made some poor decisions, which he may wind up regretting later, ultimately impacting his morale working for the company down the road, which may force him to look for other opportunities elsewhere. And how does this impact the company and the HR? Well, frankly, because of an inefficient process, she almost missed her deadline, which put a lot of stress on the employee, forcing them now to potentially make bad decisions which they could regret later, which could impact turnover down the road and put more work on her plate. How could this look different? Let's go back in time to when Brian asked the question, "Are we going to go over benefits at all?" Now Suzanne hands him a flyer and explains, "Brian, all of our benefits information is online on our Everwell platform. Here's the information for you to log in, here's our group number, and there you can shop and compare all the benefits options available to you. Our benefits representative, Jean, will reach out to you before you're eligible to help answer any questions you have, help you make your elections in the Everwell system, and also sign you up for the identity theft protection that we provide all of our employees here." So when Brian gets back to his workstation, he logs into the Everwell platform and creates his own credentials so he now has access to view his options. He likes the fact that this is simple and easy to navigate, just like shopping online. He shares the login information with his wife, so she as well can take advantage of the interactive tools and determine the plans that best fit their family's needs. His benefits advisor gets notification that there's a new employee to be seen this month, and Brian gets a welcome call offering any assistance needed to make a good benefits decision. And Brian and his advisor wind up meeting for coffee where he can answer any final questions he has, help him understand the identity theft protection, and help him make his final elections in the Everwell platform. So as a result of using the Everwell system, Brian was able to make better decisions. Making better choices gave him a greater peace of mind, and now he has an increased sense of loyalty to his employer for providing great benefits to him that help him and his family. And for Suzanne, this results in a much smoother onboarding process. She truly has a partnership with her benefits consultant, helping to make her job easier, resulting in happier employees, reducing turnover, and helping her in her daily duties.